Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Chris here. I was thinking in today's video we'd take a look at creating some inspiration by making our own samples from scratch, and we'll kind of walk through the process a bit and see how it goes. Let's do it. The headphones are on. So today, you heard it in the first section, we're going to be making some of our own samples. So what I was thinking was, we've got a combination of tools we can pick from, those being, I've got a couple of hardware synths, I've got my guitar and some pedals, as well as anything, digital inside the computer that we can reach for and make our own sounds and patterns and see if we can make our own samples. So now when I'm talking about the term samples, I mean both loops, that will be a longer form sample that will loop, as well as one shots, so maybe some claps, percussive stuff, more drum style samples. I'm just thinking we'll make a small collection of these and see where it goes. No plan behind this video, but I do really enjoy the idea of making my own samples and recording, so I figured let's make some of our own samples and see what inspiration comes to us. I think I'm going to start with the guitar because it's quite a nice instrument to pull out, and I think with a couple of effects that I've got here, we might be able to make something inspiring. So let me grab that. Alright, so here we go. Just plug this in. This is my my G&L American Fullerton. It's just basically another version of a Strat. Just got my pedal board on the floor, so hence why I'm reaching down there. Okay, let's get some sound coming through here. If I go into my guitar tab, DI, make a couple of these, boosh, 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 and get this on auto. Woo! Oh my god. As well as some reverb on the end of there. Lovely. Okay, so I've got the guitar. I'm gonna quickly set the tempo, maybe something a bit on the slower side. 86, sounds about right. Okay, let's put in our first idea. Alright, there's our first loop. Just trim that last bit. Sick. Alright, that's one idea. Now, in terms of making samples, obviously it's nice just to have a guitar part with some reverb on it, sounds nice, but it doesn't really give me that inspirational sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck some plugins on it, make it a bit more exciting, and see what we can get out of it. Now, one thing I really like to reach for when I'm feeling a little bit, like, oh, so many things, you're kind of lost in all of your plugins, is Sound Shaper Box, actually, I should correct myself. It's great because, well, loads of presets, which is always fun, but it does, numerous effects in one, and I just really like the kind of obscure sounds you can get from this. So I'm just going to blast the guitar and flick through some presets and see what we get. This is sick. This is what I mean, this is the second preset I've clicked on, and it's sounding awesome. Might pull the filter slightly back. I see. We need a low pass. Clean low pass. Nice. Or maybe even like a band pass. Is there a band pass? Hey. That's nice. At least gets those pitch shifts and makes them a bit more subtle. Now let's stick a cassette plugin on top of that, maybe sketch cassette. It's always fun. All right, got something interesting going here from this. You know, just some straightforward chords with some reverb. Now we got a bit of rhythm going on, a little bit of degradation of the sound. Might pull this back slightly. If I really wanted to be extreme with this, I could chuck something like there's Portal or Arturia's EFX Fragments, both tools I really enjoy for messing up audio basically. And let's go into the favorites. Let's see what we got. See what I mean? It's not even a guitar anymore. Damn. Wild. So got some ideas. I'm gonna leave that off for now. Just leave it at chords. Let's make a new sound. I'm gonna turn off the reverb. There's a little bit of reverb from this amp that I'm using, but I can turn that off. Sick. Okay, so let's get another guitar loop in there. I'll get a little bit of drive. Alright, something maybe a bit more grungy, I don't know, a bit more distorted. Let's see. I'll mute that for now. Alright. Pull that back. Okay, so we've got two little loops. Let me go in and I might just tweak this sound slightly. Let's add maybe even some more drive. I like the distortion in here as well as the compressor, so I'm just going to see what both of them do, starting with the distortion. Oof. Oh. Now let's get a gate on there because we've got clearly a lot of this got a lot of this gain basically. So if I stick a gate on before the amp is doing probably a bit of compression, so it will help keep that gate a bit more accurate. So nice. Let's see, is there a guitar one? Before distortion. Fantastic. Sick. Alright, let's put in one more and then we'll move on to the next instrument. Let's get this second loop in, a bit cleaner, and we've used the pitchfork to pitch us down a couple semitones. So let's record something in. Nice. Yeah, I dig that. Let's get that cassette plugin on there. It always does a little bit of niceness. Sweet, but you can hear there's a little going on in the background, so I'm just gonna grab an EQ. Okay, we've got the EQ. I'm just gonna stick a little bit of delay just to, again, give it a bit of a vibe. Put some ping pong. Let's see, 1/8. That's nice. It's nice. I like to look at it if I'm getting inspired to play something on top of it. At least it's feeling a bit more, you know, real. It's not like I'm there going, oh, this isn't great. Like if naturally I'm choosing to play over it, then I feel like I must be stepping in somewhat of the right direction. And so with that in mind, let's move on to the next instrument, the piano or the synth. Let's see what we can make. Guitar aside, let's see. Okay, so we've got the micro Korg loaded up. I've got it obviously running through my MIDI keyboard, and here I have it set up that I can change between the micro Korg or the Yamaha CS, which is the white one on top, the micro Korg on the bottom. My only issue with this setup is I don't actually have enough inputs, so on my patch bay here I can just unplug one cable. That's 2 cables, I lied. And then I swap to the reface. Very different sound, clearly, but what's nice is I even have on here, it's a bit hard to see from this camera, but on here, on my keyboard, I've mapped out certain features of both keyboards. So in this case, when I'm on the reface CS, for example, there's a load of resonance on this. So I can go, pull that back. Very nice. Might add a little bit of drive. So we get effects type drive. Ooh. And I do love this in combo with the filter. Sounds a bit whack right now. But let's do some tweaking. Here we go, the sines. You know, the sine waves. Awesome. You can hear a lot of that kind of oscillating between the waves and all the distortion. There's a lot going on. And I think that's it. So I'm going to use the sound after all that programming to make a little something something. So let's can stop that loop for now. Go into the reface / micro Korg folder and record. So quick little chord progression to stick in there and we'll work on it. Let's go. Awesome. Nice little progression. Got me improvising over on top of it, so you know it's must be nice. So now I would say move over to the micro Korg. I'm gonna try. I'm already getting caught up, getting distracted by by the inspiration. So I'm gonna plug the micro Korg back in and then get some more sounds. Let's keep moving. Let's find another sound to layer on top of that, actually. Really nice. And if we stick a filter on all of this, probably sound nice and warm, you know what I'm saying? nice little addition. And maybe I'll stop there for the synth stuff and we can move on to something else. So let's go. Very nice, very nice. Awesome, lovely little synth soundscape going on. So we've got that, we've got some guitar things, you know, which is very nice. Very cool. So I've got a couple of things we can look at. I want to make some one-shots, some claps, some percussive kind of stuff. Yeah, let's do that. For the percussive stuff, I'm going to go with my drums folder. Use this. Let's start with claps. I would love a fat clap, right? So I'll go here, make sure I've got the input my microphone is in, going, and if I do this, I can just clap a couple of times in time, preferably, line it up in the arrange view, and we can stack those claps. So let's see what we got. Okay, 8 claps. What does that mean? It means I either have one track of 8 claps, or I can have numerous tracks and actually layer said claps. So now we should have one pretty thick clap. Let's see what this sounds like with all of them together. Might be a bit loud, so brace yourself. Ah, nice. It's a very cute clap. That's great. Let's get something else. Some snaps might be nice. We'll do the same thing. So now we've got all of those snaps. Very nice. And same thing. Let's just layer it up. Thick snap. I never thought I'd say that. But there we go. There you have it. We've got a thick snap. None of the snaps actually hit on the one, but that's fine. Very thick snap. So grab that. Call it snap. Oosh. The snaps actually sound like there's too much going on. It just sounds like a... So let me get rid of half of them. Boom. That's a bit better. Crank it up. It's quite nice actually. Keep too loud, too quiet. And then maybe pan it as well. Give it a little bit of width. That's nice. Got a little bit of information in the middle as well. I like it. So I've got the snap. I've got the clap. I would love that clap to just have a bit more air. So if I don't know how much is actually going on here. But if I do that, add the fade. And give it just a bit of brightness, because this microphone I'm using is a little bit dark. So if I give this one of these, and actually the drum bus will probably work wonders on this. I like it. Just giving it a bit of compression, keeping everything together. I might just copy these over to the snap one as well, because that will keep it nice and punchy. Woo! Bit too punchy. Sick. Okay, got our snaps, got our claps. What else could we add to this? I would love... But yeah, let's try a bit of Flint from the Lighter. I'll call it Flint. Great album by Bill Lawrence, I would recommend. Flint. Let's get a couple of those. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, so Flint check. I want to make a kick. Now, I'm not going to layer sounds, but I am going to try something a bit odd to get this going. So if I get this microphone armed, let's see. So I press record. I just want to try slap the mic. Nice thick one on the end there. Okay, so let's see. How can we improve on this kick? First of all, pull that fade all the way back. Make sure it starts on as close to 1 as possible. Crank it. Ah, that's quite nice, isn't it? I'm a big fan of this soft kick. My most used kick ever is this acid kick. Shout out to the Count. That's kind of the vibe I like. So if I take this sound, which is already quite loud actually, and give it the classics, some R bass, always helps to make it a bit more oomphy in the low end. Oh, nice, get that 60. Oh, you can hear what's going on there. A lot more low end. Doesn't need to be that much. Maybe some drum bus as per usual. Wow, so from this to that, it's quite nice. I might make the kick even shorter. Got a bit of that air lingering. Nice. And I wanted to slap one more thing on that. I can't do. Oh yeah, limiter. Let me just get a limiter just to make sure it's nice and loud. So limiter. L1. Can't beat it. God damn. It's clearly clipping my output. Nice. Okay. If I pull this to -1. Boop. Nice. No longer clipping. Interesting. Okay. There we go. So far, so good. Sorry, I have to keep checking to make sure the camera isn't overheating because we're coming to the end of summer, but it's still warm enough to absolutely demolish my camera. So I just quickly want to try make a little pattern just to see what these samples are sounding like. Very loud. Nice. Now let's grab. Oh, we've got our flint as well. We will eventually bounce these down to one file as opposed to them being a group of layers. But for now, we can work with it. Sick. Very Taylor Swift. Let's get one of those melodic loops that we made earlier. If I just press play on one of them. Yeah, let's start with this reface one. That was a whole collection of sounds, so turn that filter down and let's open it up with style. Very nice. I'm just gonna hear it on the guitar idea. Let's see what we got. Now, bear in mind when we were making all of these samples, we've stuck in the same tempo, 86, which is fine. It's all fine and dandy, but if you are looking for a certain vibe, maybe you want to change the tempo. I wouldn't necessarily keep everything on the same tempo, but for the sake of this video, it's easier to keep everything the same. And it also gives me the option to speed up certain things. So say I've got that first loop I made. I could bump it from 86 to 115. And if I get that kit, but I just solo the kick. What does that sound like? Sick. Oh, there you go. I think I'll leave it there for today because I don't know how much more my camera is going to stand, which fortunately we are still pulling through. But once again, thank you for hanging around and watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to let us know in the comment section below. Let us know, what you thought about it. If you have any more thoughts on videos you'd like to see or whatever, I would really appreciate any type of feedback. Is fantastic. So thank you very much. Also, real quick, I just figured whilst I'm here, I might as well just give these to you guys for free for enjoying this video as a little thank you. So check in the links below and you'll find a Dropbox or something or other where you can download these samples. Enjoy. And once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. The support really helps out the channel, and appreciate everyone that's done so far. But once again, I've been Chris Vella, and I'll see you on the next one.